What's good, beautiful people? I hope you're all doing well. In today's episode, I'm going to be taking you through my entire trouser collection. I've got a total of 19 trousers to show you. I'll try and link as many in the description box below, but of course, like I've been collecting for so long, so some of them won't be around anymore. I'll try and find some alternatives if I can, but sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you watched last week's episode, then you would have already seen these trousers, guys, and these are the Olive Clothing balloon trousers, and I love this pair of trousers, one that I had been eyeing for a long period of time. As I mentioned previously, I think they're going to be great for the summertime in terms of tonals, pairing them with different things like denim jacket, grey, black, whatever it might be. Just adds that little pop of color to your outfit instead of wearing black all the time. Love the silhouette of them, cropped in the nature, wide in the trousers, elasticated waistband as well. Material is super comfortable, and yeah, they're a 10/10 pickup for me. Next are these cold laundry trousers, which I copped a few years back. Definitely not around anymore, but I think they have some similar ones out there. If anything, I'll just link in the description box below something similar that I find, if I find anything. And these trousers are really great. They've served me well for the last few years. Love this kind of like off-white grayish color that they have to them. I think they're a bit slimmer in terms of the silhouette in comparison to some of the other trousers which I have, which are a bit wider in the leg and wider in the thigh. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be keeping these for very much longer, but love the fact that they've got the elasticated waistband, so it's really comfortable. The material as well, very stretchy, so they all bode well. And yeah, a pair of trousers that I've rocked bears. Next up, we have the Arkit wide leg wool trousers from the women's section, and I got these in a size 38. Again, they have an elasticated waistband, so they are super comfortable, and the material is great in terms of warmth. The thing that surprised me about these trousers is when they came in, they were super long, and I had to take them to the tailors to get them cut, which surprised me considering they're from the women's section, and women are generally shorter than men, so don't really know what women were copping these. But at the time I got them, they were on sale, ridiculous sale. The original retail price I think was about 80 quid, and I got them for 25 quid. So great steal, and one that I would definitely recommend if they are around. But if not, then I'll try and link in the description box below some alternatives which I think are at Weekday. Again, another pair that you would have seen last week, and these are the Weekday Ross wide leg trousers, and I got them in this khaki green sort of colorway and in a waist 48. Despite the fact that the material isn't super stretchy, they are ridiculously comfortable, and that's why I've copped them in this green colorway as well, because initially I had them in black. And the best way for me to describe the material is just a cross between denim and chinos, but nonetheless, love the way that they drop, love the silhouette of them, the way that they just sit on the trousers. Not sure if they're online, but I'll try and link them in the description box below. Another pair of cold laundry trousers, again from pretty much their first collection. So, you know, first collection was very questionable if you guys know the history of the brand. But these trousers, I absolutely love the color, the comfort, the cut, the drop, everything. Although I don't wear them that often, purely for the fact that I think it's more that they are cropped and a little bit more narrower in terms of the leg. But that aside, I will definitely hold on to these because I think it's important to kind of mix up the silhouettes that you have in your wardrobe in terms of leg wear, and they're a great colorway and super comfortable, most importantly. Another pair of Arkit wool trousers, and these ones are absolutely crazy. I'm not even sure what kind of color to call this. I'll say like dark beige, but I love these trousers. These ones were on my wish list for so long, and when they went on sale I was like, nah, I have to cop them. Went into the store to try them on. They weren't actually in my size, so I copped them in a 48 waist, although a 46 would have been better for me. I took them to the tailors. They're a little bit tight in terms of the waist, and I don't think I can make the waist looser now, But comfortable trousers, heavyweight, so they're great for the winter. Definitely going to keep your legs warm. And just look at the way they sit and they drop. And this silhouette of trousers is just 10-10. These are probably the perfect trousers. Next, another favorite of mine, and I've got a lot of favorites, but these brown trousers which I picked up on Depop, thrifted pair of trousers, you can't get better than that. And they were from Farah, and the waist on these was like a waist 36, but for me, I copped them for 10-20 quid or something like that, super cheap. Went to take them to the tailors, got the waist done. They're now become a staple within my wardrobe, and I absolutely love brown in general, like brown trousers, brown t-shirts, brown knitwear, whatever it might be. I just think brown is an essential color palette to have in your wardrobe. It teams up really well with like cream and black. These trousers are 10-10, especially considering I got them at such a steal. You know these trousers, guys, you've seen them last week. These are the Olive Clothing wide leg trousers, which I copped in a waist 32, and they came in at £64. Grey for me is a staple. I had wanted grey in my wardrobe for so long. There are so many outfit ideas that I had in my mind, so to now have them in my wardrobe, I'm very happy about that fact. Copped them in a waist 32 purely for the fact that I just wanted a little bit more room around the midsection. Didn't want them to be too tight, and around the thighs as well. So as you can see, they're a little bit big, and I'm going to take them to the tailors just to have them fitted to the waist better, as I have done previously with my other two Olive Clothing trousers. But yeah, I would highly recommend these trousers, and I would say to get onto them as quickly as possible, as they were out of stock for about 6 months. So move quick, guys. These navy trousers are exactly the same in terms of cut, shape, silhouette, material as the previous Olive Clothing trousers that you just saw in grey, obviously this time in navy. And this is a good comparison, I guess, because these have been tailored, as I copped these in a 32 waist, and initially when I had them, the waist was huge and they did kind of just sag and drop a little bit on the shoes. But these ones, tailored, looking good. They fit really nicely around the waist and they drop perfectly on the shoes. I know navy is an interesting color and not for everyone, but I like it purely for the fact that it's not as harsh as black, and I think it teams up really well with black and grey. That type of tone and those colorways go perfectly for me. This next pair of navy corduroy trousers are actually from Marks & Spencer, surprisingly. Quick story on these, on how I stumbled across them. I was actually in Marks & Spencer just to go to the toilet, came across these, thought they looked quite decent, tried them on, and they turned out to be a very nice pair of trousers, which I did rock a lot, probably about a year ago. Rock them less now. They're straight leg rather than wide leg, so that's probably the only reason that I don't gravitate towards them as much. However, as you know, with corduroy trousers, they're really thick, great for the winter time, so one that I do want to hold on to. And like I said previously, I don't always want to just have wide leg trousers in my wardrobe. Do need to mix it up in terms of the silhouettes, and these aren't really like crazy tapered. They're still kind of wide leg, so they can work well. You know I love my Olive Clothing trousers, and so we're going with a triple Olive Clothing trousers, and these black ones are exactly the same in terms of the cut, shape and silhouette as the previous two grey and navy ones. The only difference with these ones is the composition and the makeup of the trousers, which gives it more of a wool type of feel, and they're heavier weight, so they're really good for the winter time. As I have another pair of black trousers that I would normally wear, but they were super thin, and these Armani ones, which I'm going to show you next. These trousers here, great in terms of the weight, the length, the way they drop. Again, I had to take them to the tailors just to get them to fit me properly, as I did cop them in a waist 32, but great in terms of comfort as well, so I'd highly recommend these trousers, of course, as I have 3 of them. Another pair of black trousers, and you're going to realize that we're onto the black section of my wardrobe in terms of leg wear right now. And as I mentioned previously, these are the black trousers which are very similar to the Olive Clothing ones. The only difference is that the material and the makeup is something that does not work for the winter time. They're super thin. Nonetheless, they are great in terms of comfort. I love these trousers. I think the only thing that I would say about these ones is the length was really long when I copped them, and I had them taken to the tailors to bring them up, and I think right now I would like to make them a little bit longer. So in the summertime I'm probably going to have them taken out in terms of the leg length. But I would highly recommend you guys go to thrift stores and find some trousers. Even if they don't fit you properly, you can always take them to the tailors, get them done to fit you perfectly. Ross wide leg trousers, this time from Weekday, exactly the same as the green ones that I showed you earlier on in the video. So there isn't actually too much to say on these ones. These are the ones that I actually copped initially, and then I followed them with the green ones just because I loved the way that they sat, the way that they dropped, the wide leg nature of them. And you know, Weekday do a lot of great trousers, not just these Ross wide leg ones, but there are plenty of options on the site, so I would say check them out, because yeah, I'm a serial Weekday shopper and trousers is something that I like copying from them. They do them very well, and denim wear, which you'll see soon. These are some black Weekday trousers which I copped time ago. I'm not even sure when exactly I copped them. They could have been like 4 or 5 years ago, but they are actually very similar in terms of the cut, shape and silhouette of the Uniqlo trousers. As you can see, they're cropped in nature and a little bit narrower and tapered at the bottom of the leg. When I actually copped them, they were huge on the waist, surprise surprise, and they were huge in terms of the length, and actually a lot wider than what you can see now. So what I had done to these trousers is I had the waist brought in, had the length chopped, and I also had the leg brought in as well, just to make them a bit more narrower. So as you can see, they are now a more tapered fit than they were previously. But great trousers nonetheless, and they're really comfortable. Not ones that I wear very regularly, but it's good to have them as an option in the wardrobe. These next ones are one of my favorite pair of jeans, and these are the Arkit women's jeans. Do like women's jeans for some reason. I mean, they just seem to have a wider selection, and if they don't fit you properly, there's always a tailor. So I would definitely recommend, as I've always been harping on about, just having a look in the women's section. And these ones I copped in the sale. Again, as you know, the length was way too long and the waist was way too big for me, so I had to get them taken to the tailors just to get them patterned so that they could fit me properly. As you can see now, they are fitting quite nicely, and I love the cut, shape and silhouette of these jeans. And that's why I normally gravitate towards women's section, is just because they have a wider variety in terms of the cut, shape and silhouette. And particularly when you're looking for jeans of this color, you're not going to really find them in the men's section. As I mentioned previously, I do like Weekday for their leg wear, and not just their trousers and tracksuits. This also extends to their denim wear, and I think they have a fantastic range of shapes, cuts and silhouettes. And these Galaxy loose wide leg jeans are perfect. If you had been eyeing Levi 501s, then I would direct you to these, as they're a little bit cheaper, coming in at £50, and I think that they will stand the test of time. So if you're looking for denim wear, then I would definitely direct you to Weekday. Different shapes, different cuts, different silhouettes. I think there's something for everyone there. And these jeans, surprisingly, I got them in a waist 29 and a length 32. Not my usual length and waist, but you know, I would definitely recommend that you go and try them on if you do want to cop any of their jeans, as they could be a little bit different in terms of your regular sizing. Another pair of Weekday denim, this time from the women's section. And when I copped them, I think the waist was a little bit big for me. I think they got them in a waist 32. I had to take them to the tailors just to get them adjusted to fit me a bit better. And I think I also got them cut in terms of the length too. Again, I don't know why women's jeans, women's leg wear is just super long, but that just seems to be the case for some weird reason. The reason that I wanted to get these from the women's section is I had tried a few pairs from the men's section, but they just weren't, I don't know what it was, but they weren't quite right in terms of the cut, shape, feel of them. Although I did take these to the tailors, I probably could have just copped some from the men's section. Nonetheless, the only issue I have with these jeans is that the pockets are just way too shallow. Moving on to some tracksuits, and these beautiful Uniqlo tracksuits from the women's section. And when I copped them, I think I got them for about 35 quid. But every time I rock these tracksuits, I feel like I am in heaven because they are so damn comfortable. Never copped a pair of tracksuits that are this stylish and this comfy in my life. I got them in a size medium. I'm not sure if they're still around, but as you can see, they're in this beige colorway. They also come in gray. If you want some hella comfy tracksuits, then I would highly recommend these ones. Couldn't recommend them highly enough. If they're still around, I do want to cop them in another colorway. They're great because you can dress them up and dress them down, style them with boots, style them with loafers, trainers, however you want to dress them, and it all works well. Although the Uniqlo tracksuits are the most comfortable tracksuits I have ever worn in my life, these are my favorite ones, these Weekday Ken tracksuits, and I've worn them so much over the last month. I want to cop them in a couple other colorways. I think they come in beige and in gray as well. I love the way that they drop onto your shoes. Obviously, I had to roll the waist up because they didn't fit me quite right. I can get them cut. As I had mentioned previously in the last video, I might go and take them to the tailors just so I don't have to roll them up. They're a wavy pair of tracksuits, they're heavyweight, they're keeping you warm during the winter time. So I couldn't recommend these highly enough, and I would definitely check them out in a few other colors as well.
Yeah, that's the collection, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do all of that good stuff, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Insta, TikTok. But other than that, guys, as you know, I will see you next week. Peace.